After foiling a Russian-backed cruise ship terror plot on Christmas Day, investigator Kieron Philips is marked for death by the Kremlin. To survive and stop global escalation, he must eliminate the one man who knows his identity before he is revealed to the Kremlin. The Unexpected is a sharp, fast and smart, gripping geopolitical thriller. Kieron Philips saved the cruise industry. Now, he must disappear and reappear in Russia to silence the man who can destroy him. The Unexpected is dark, intense, and sophisticated. It blends pulse-pounding action with emotionally rich character drama, balancing suspense, sharp humor, and cultural insight. It's layered with complexity and always emotionally resonant, where freedom dances on the edge of betrayal. The two novels are written and published, high-budget, internationally appealing, and tailor-made for prestige platforms. 8 60-minute episodes of high-stakes international storytelling, probably based in Budapest for Russia and shooting in Estonia, with some shooting on cruise ships and a small unit for just a day in the Dominican Republic and Jamaica. The audience has cruised here. This is where they should feel safe. They've stood on these bridges, walked these ports, and lounged on the cruise decks just like this. The story unfolds not in fantasy, but in familiar places suddenly made dangerous. It's smart, funny, and human, and emotionally rich as it is thrilling. Suspenseful, investigative, visceral, blending noir tones, black comedy, and cultural edge with a constantly escalating threat. Think Slow Horses meets Zero Day, but on the luxury decks your audience has walked. Groomed activists, sleeper agents, espionage, and betrayal. The Diplomat meets Jack Ryan. The CSCI headquarters are near Dodge Island in Miami, which will require a second unit. Shooting on the cruise ships, which will require interiors and a cruise ship deal. A day in the Dominican Republic, Amber Cove. A day in Jamaica. Then shooting in Latvia in the dock and the square. Helsinki is just the move from the dock to the main town and then onto the Tallink ferry. In Estonia, we shoot in Tallinn and then on the Narva Bridge. And then in Russia, which will be second unit but mainly shot in Budapest, as will most of the series. All your audience will know is they booked a holiday. They boarded a ship, but war was already on board. It's immersive, terrifying, and real. In a nutshell, it's bold, cinematic, and thrilling. The first 4 episodes, cruise ships conceal sleeper cells of American art students groomed from Stop Oil activists. In the second half, a soul music band masks the surveillance and the cover to get into Russia. In a world where freedom comes at a deadly cost, he saved the cruise industry from catastrophe. But now he's on a Kremlin hit list. To survive, he must vanish and reappear deep inside Russia. Disguised as a soul band on tour, he sails into enemy waters with one mission: silence the man who can expose him before time runs out. This fall, freedom has a new front line. This fall, the unexpected. Cruise ships, covert op, a soul band undercover. He saved the cruise industry. Now it's kill or be killed. Hashtag the unexpected. Episode 1, The Ghost and the Kill List. In Miami, a mysterious warning from a man claiming to be the cruise magnate Daniel Creedon signals an imminent terror attack. Location and timing unknown. When the real Daniel Creedon is contacted, alarm bells sound. CSCI agent Bedriska is murdered, drawing FBI attention and raising the stakes. Agent Ronnie Cohen clashes with FBI contact Ted Cronkite, and the team races to piece together the threat. Episode 2. Misdirection and Motives. The CSCI investigation team reveals Bedriska's death is part of a larger Russian-led conspiracy. The team zeroes in on Christmas Day as the potential attack date. Suspicion falls on a student house, but a raid yields nothing. While FBI pressure mounts, tension threatens to unravel the team. Agents Prisha and Kroc orchestrate a shipboard wedding as cover for surveillance. But it's real to them. Episode 3. Art Class and Ambush. The team reels as 3 of their own trainees at CSCI are unmasked as embedded terrorists. Trust fractures. They board the ship. In the Dominican Republic, Russian agent Dolinsky is assassinated days before Christmas. Proof the operation is bigger than anyone feared. With the clock ticking towards Christmas Day, the team hijacks a pilot tender to secretly board the cruise ship they'd missed. But this is no safe haven. The real ambush lies ahead. It's already in motion. Episode 4. The Wedding and the War Game. Aboard the wedding cruise, the horrifying truth emerges. Terror attacks are planned across multiple ships. The CSCI team thwarts them all. The perpetrators, radicalized eco-activists manipulated by Russian operatives. But survival turns personal. Kieron Philips finds his name on a chilling Russian kill list. Episode 5. Soul Band to St. Petersburg. Billy persuades Kieron that the fight is far from over. Ronnie, a former sleeper agent with deep Russian ties, is crucial, but she refuses to return. Desperate, Kieron recruits a soul band as covert cover to reopen the Baltic cruise route and infiltrate Russia. When the band's saxophonist overdoses, the mission nearly falls apart. Episode 6. The Disappearing Act. Ronnie vanishes without a trace. The team must shepherd the soul band through Miami, Latvia, Tallinn, and Trnava, building media buzz to mask their covert passage. But the final obstacle looms: the heavily guarded, tension-filled border with Russia. Episode 7. The Bridge and the Betrayal. Denied legal entry, Kieron and Billy are forced into the shadows, turning to a rogue militia led by Stefan, Ronnie's presumed dead husband, who has a star in Langley. Once an ally, now a merciless opportunist. Stefan offers a chilling alternative. Don't kill Istov, expose him. Stefan wants to use him as bait to lure Putin and implode the Russian chain of command from within. As loyalties fracture and moral costs skyrocket, Kieron and Billy must gamble everything. Is exposure more dangerous than execution? And who really controls the board? Episode 8 of The Unexpected. The Twist at the Castle. Putin takes the bait, but the expected assassination helicopter is a decoy. Amid the chaos, Kieron evacuates the soul band to Trnava Castle for the final defiant concert, where locals dance across the forbidden border, the Freedom Bridge. The ultimate revelation: it wasn't about assassination, it was about defection. And Stefan, presumed dead, presumed an enemy, is a double agent who orchestrates the extraction of the Russian officials. All they have to do now is escape. The core team include Kieron Philips, the lead character, the ex-British military behind-the-lines agent. Think Dave Annabelle. Think Andrew Scott. Ronnie Cohen is a very hard ex-CIA agent. Billy Crisp, edgy, frightening, ex-behind-the-lines American serviceman. Dwight Ritter, a double above-the-knee amputee, previously a commander of a platoon, now retrained in investigative digital intelligence. Where CSI gets really interesting is they're actually based next to a diner. So the people from the diner become their reception, and those people become extended agents. Wild Mary and her daughters Macy and Izzy and son Croc, Winston Croc Crockett, who marries Prisha Nunn.